It got frustrating because you just wanted to live a normal life.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at actors and musicians whose popularity peaked in the 2010s, then declined so sharply that they basically vanished from the public stage.
I want control. I think a big part of the last 10 years of my life, honestly, has been about getting that control back for me.
Ansel Elgort. From the Divergent series to the acclaimed The Fault in Our Stars, Ansel Elgort was an elevated teen idol before Baby Driver announced him as a true leading man.
I'll have 4 black coffees, medium.
Name?
Baby.
Baby?
B-A-B-Y, baby.
He was also on the come-up as a musician under the name Anselo. As Elgort brought all his talent to the lead role in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, the 2020s looked promising.
I gave him my word you'd show.
Why would you do that?
Because it's a rumble. We need you if we're going to war.
But the decade began with multiple women accusing him of grooming them while they were underage. Some offered unsettling text messages as evidence. Just when it seemed Elgort would survive, he vanished following the cancellation of his TV drama Tokyo Vice. A comeback may be on the horizon, but the demand for Elgort isn't what it once was. Gotye, Belgian-Australian indie rocker Wally de Backer, got his international break as Gotye with the 2011 single Somebody That I Used to Know. The subsequent album Making Mirrors won critical acclaim and went platinum in several countries. But Gotye struggled to follow that monster single, announcing in 2014 that he'd be pursuing other projects. He wound up mostly being a featured artist in other people's music through the rest of the decade. Following the birth of his daughter in 2018, de Backer snuck off into his private life without any word on new work. One could say that now Gotye is just somebody that we used to know, but he'd rather you explore the rest of his diverse catalog. Hayden Panettiere. A prolific child star in the 2000s, Hayden Panettiere broke into the following decade with the likes of Scream 4 and the video game Until Dawn.
How do you rate our chances of survival?
I'm trying not to think about it.
Yeah.
The leading role as Juliet Barnes on ABC's hit show Nashville showcased her musical talent and earned her many accolades. Despite this successful transition into mature roles, however, Panettiere openly struggled with postpartum depression and substance use disorder.
I'd been struggling for a long time, and I just needed a break.
Nashville's cancellation and a volatile separation from Vladimir Klitschko prompted her to go on hiatus for 4 years. Panettiere has struggled to mount a comeback and continues to endure tragedy. Maintaining sobriety has been difficult, but the actress occasionally speaks to the public about these and other important issues. Fans eagerly await Panettiere's return while respecting her privacy.
I had no idea how my body, my mind, was going to react to grief.
Jack Gleeson. Irish teen actor Jack Gleeson got his big break on HBO's Game of Thrones.
You can't!
What did you say? Did you say I can't?
I only meant it would be bad luck to kill a man on your name day.
What kind of stupid peasant superstition?
Unfortunately, the boy king Joffrey Baratheon was one of the most hated characters on TV. The internet notably contrasted such extreme evil with the Saturn Award-nominated actor's extensive humanitarian work. When he announced his retirement in 2014, there was speculation that he was overwhelmed by his toxic claim to fame.
I'd like to try and defend him in any way possible, but I'd have a pretty hard job of doing it.
It would be another decade before he revealed that he enjoyed the backlash and merely wanted to focus on his education and renewing his love of acting through the stage. Even in that medium, Gleeson fell into obscurity. But after a long break from the spotlight, he's managed to make a spectacular return to the screen.
Let the legitimate and the illegitimate sides of the family conquer America together, Cousin Edward.
Silentó. The whip and the nay-nay were among the defining dances of the late 2010s.
Now watch me whip, now watch me nay-nay. Okay. Now watch me whip, watch me nay-nay. Why me do it? Now watch
Ricky Silentó Hawk was just 17 years old when he blew up the charts and the internet with the single Watch Me. The whole world was watching his next move, but the viral sensation proved to in fact be a one-hit wonder. Silentó became better known for legal troubles stemming from hostile behavior.
The rapper, whose real name is Richard Hawk, pleaded guilty but mentally ill to charges of, in part, voluntary manslaughter and aggravated assault.
Finally, in 2021, he was charged with the murder of his cousin Frederick Rooks. He admitted to the shooting, then spent the next 4 years hidden from the public. Hawk was next seen pleading guilty to manslaughter in 2025. Whatever this once prodigious rapper will do after 3 decades in prison, it's not likely to go viral.
He is now sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Susan Boyle, the runner-up of Britain's Got Talent Season 3, caught the world's attention with her incredible mezzo-soprano vocals.
You sang about dreaming a dream. Are you still living a dream? Is it reality? How does this crazy journey you're on, how does it feel now?
It feels very real. That is bloody fantastic.
2009's I Dreamed a Dream became the best-selling debut album by a British artist ever. Susan Boyle continued to captivate audiences over the next 10 years with 6 albums and several massive tours. Along the way, she gradually became more reserved in her personal life.
My family got on well. You know, they're going well with my family. That's what keeps me grounded.
But fans were devastated when in 2022, Boyle suffered a stroke that affected her speech and singing. Her absence in the following years may be one of the most shocking contemporary instances of a major star disappearing. In 2025, Boyle came out of hiding to announce that she's ready to get back into the studio.
And we can't wait to see you on tour.
Well, watch this space.
James Franco, undoubtedly an accomplished character actor and budding filmmaker throughout the 2000s. James Franco exploded after his Oscar-nominated performance in Danny Boyle's 127 Hours.
It was good to meet you. See ya!
Bye! Scooby-Doo!
Yeah! Rock on!
He quietly mounted one of the decade's most prolific screen careers, with bold indies and Hollywood projects across all genres. This run was virtually unfazed by 2014 revelations of inappropriate interactions with a teenager.
I used bad judgment and I learned my lesson.
But starting in 2018, Franco was hit with a string of misconduct allegations from former students that culminated in a lawsuit. He admitted to sexual encounters with women in his acting workshop, but said he believed they were consensual. Though the lawsuits were settled in 2021, Franco's career was destroyed. He has been hiding out in low-profile European productions ever since.
I suppose at the time, my thinking was, if it's consensual, okay.
Taylor Lautner. The Twilight Saga and a high-profile romance with Taylor Swift set up a promising decade for actor Taylor Lautner.
She tell you the Spitwad story? Yes, she did. Yeah, she's mushy like that.
You like it.
I know.
He was all grown up and recognized as a major heartthrob. Unfortunately, he fumbled his leading man debut in John Singleton's Razzie-nominated Abduction. Tracers and Run the Tides may have been even worse, but not nearly as many people saw them.
I'm so sorry.
Lautner likely turned more heads in supporting roles in Adam Sandler vehicles and the BBC sitcom Cuckoo. His outspokenness about the pressures of stardom has led some to believe that his exile was partly self-imposed. Lautner can still be found once in a blue moon, but seems fairly content with a more obscure lifestyle.
It was needed for me personally, so I, Taylor, feel so much better today than I have in the last 4 or 5 years.
Armie Hammer. Despite a family fortune, Armie Hammer distinguished his acting career with the dual role of the Winklevoss twins in David Fincher's The Social Network.
You Mark Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Cameron Winklevoss.
Hi.
Tyler Winklevoss.
You guys related?
It's good. Funny. Never heard that before.
So what can I do for you? Did I insult your girlfriends?
No, you didn't. Actually, I don't know.
He spent the following decade leading blockbusters like The Lone Ranger and the masterpiece Call Me By Your Name. It didn't look like his career would be slowing down in the 2020s. Then, in 2021, multiple women accused Hammer of sexual and emotional abuse, with text messages exposing disturbing fetishes.
I will say this. There are people that I left who were hurt and who were upset. none of those people were hurt or upset because I pushed any sexual boundaries that they weren't interested in exploring or trying.
Are you sure about that?
The actor's representation promptly dropped him, and his whole family's problematic history came under scrutiny. Hammer was next seen selling timeshares in the Cayman Islands. Starting in 2024, he re-entered entertainment with a podcast and roles in low-end projects. Whether this comeback will stick, Hammer's mainstream reputation is effectively buried.
I experienced a ego death, a career death, a financial death, all of these things. Right.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Iggy Azalea. Amethyst Amelia Kelly had one of the hottest stage names in hip-hop by the time she dropped her debut album, The New Classic, in 2014.
First things first, I'm the realest. Drop this and let the whole world feel it. Let them feel it.
Iggy Azalea's career practically defined the 2010s, but would itself be defined by controversy. Her feud with Azealia Banks particularly sparked accusations that Kelly appropriated Black American culture after failing to break into pop music.
Hold my bag, I'm about to get ratchet. Get ghost and twerk on the phantom. Like when girls come back from vacation.
Homophobic and at best racially tone-deaf comments landed her deeper in hot water. Public attention faded as Kelly spent the first half of the 2020s developing an album that ultimately went unreleased. When she retired in 2024 over medical issues, hardly anyone noticed. It goes to show how even the brightest stars of one decade can burn out by the next.
Of course, there are parts of music that I miss. Sometimes I'll have the itch. Be like, I need to get in the studio, I miss it. Oh. I don't want to be a slave to that cycle of promotion, concert, music industry, politics, having to share more of myself than what I'm comfortable with.
Who are some other 2010 stars you haven't seen around lately? Serve some nostalgia in the comments.